Hi, welcome back. I'm Christine from Christine's Home Affairs, and today we are doing another job for a customer. This time it's somebody who's got a little camper van or a small motorhome, and the couple want some curtains made. So they're just going to be curtains on a flexible cord, and they've gone out and picked their curtains. So they've provided me with 15 metres of this really nice printed fabric. So it's a really gorgeous colour. It'd make a great dress, I think. But anyway, this is going to be curtains. So hang around and I will show you how I've gone about measuring up for the curtains, working out how much fabric I need, how to make the curtains, and whereabouts they're actually going. And hopefully I'll be able to get a video of them as they're when they've been fitted as well. So hang around and I'll show you how we go about making these curtains. So the first thing I might mention is that this fabric has an obvious direction. So I need to make sure I keep that in mind when I'm actually measuring out my fabric, or when I'm cutting my fabric in particular. So this is the direction of the fabric. So from the top down is how they're going to actually look in the camper van. So I need to make sure that when I'm cutting my fabric out, that this is the direction of my fabric, not across the other way, because otherwise the palm trees will be lying down. So this is the job that I'm doing. I've got some windows on the side here, the doors at the back, side window here, and a big sliding door at the doorway, and another one across the back of the seats. So we'll see how we go. So I'm going to show you how I've gone about working out my measurements. What I've done is taken the finished measurement of the curtains in the particular areas of the van. So behind the front seat, the customer wants the length at 138 centimetres long, with a width of 115 centimetres. The side doors, there's a small curtain and a larger curtain, so they're 153 long, and that's the width of the curtains, and so on right down to the back doors, which both open out, so they're 75 long and 65 wide. Now, when I'm measuring up for the curtains, what I normally like to do is go at least twice the width of the window. So that's the window width there, and my double measurement is 2.3 metres. So if I'm doing a curtain that's got flexible curtain wire on it, I'm probably only going to go 2 times the width of the window, rather than maybe 3 times, which I might do for a great big double door window in a studio or something. So the lighter weight the fabric, the more I would probably put in the way of measurements. So that's what size I need to be able to have the curtains with a nice gather at the top. That brings me to my cut size. So when I'm cutting my fabric, I need to make sure I add the width, which is my side hems. So I've got 5 centimetres on my left hand hem and 5 centimetres on my right hem. So I'll need to add that to my width that I need, the amount of meterage that I need to go across the window. So I need 2.3 metres, but to add my 5 centimetres on each side is 2.4. And with the length of my curtain, because I'm doing a 10 centimetre bottom hem folded twice and a 5 centimetre, I need to allow an extra 15 centimetres on top of my regular length, or my finished length. So my finished length is 153, and I'll add the 15 centimetres for top and bottom hems, which will give me that size there. So these are the sizes that I need to cut my fabric out to be able to create these curtains. Now my fabric is just over 1.5 metres, so that's another thing that you've got to work out when you're working out your fabric, is to make sure that you're going to get the correct amount of meterage out of the width of your fabric. If I go down to the back door, so the back door is a length of 90 centimetres, that includes the 15 centimetres for the top and bottom folds, and the width of the curtain is 65 centimetres doubled, which is 130, but adding my left and right seam allowances is 140. Now the fabric is just over 150 wide. I'm actually just going to use the whole piece of the fabric, the width of the fabric, because it's only an extra 10 centimetres, 4 inches, and that's not going to make a big difference in the overall scheme of things. The other thing here, up here with the side door, this one's 158 centimetres that I need in width, which has already been doubled. But again, it's not going to make much of a difference if I just bring this down to 150 centimetres. I'm only going to lose a very small amount of gather. So it's not a hard and fast rule. You don't have to have exactly double. You don't have to have exactly triple. It can be whatever you like. It depends on how much gather you want, and also how much fabric or wastage you want to have out of your fabric as well. So based on these measurements here, I am going to cut out my fabric, and then we'll show you how to sew it all up. The first thing we have to do is fold over the hem on the left and right sides of all of the curtains. So what we need to do, we've allowed 5 centimetres in total for each side. So that means it's a 2.5 centimetre fold, and then it's folded over again. So what we just need to do is measure over 2.5 centimetres. So I've got the 2.5 centimetre mark on my little ruler here. Fold that over until I get my 2.5 centimetre measurement. Just put a clip in place, and we'll do this all the way down the length of the curtain. Now when you've done this, if you want to, you can go and press it so that you get a nice crisp edge, and that'll make it easier for you to fold the next roll over. I don't bother. So once we've done this all the way down, we want to take this and just fold it over again, and you're basically folding it over on top of itself and giving yourself that 2.5 centimetre hem again. Once you've done that, clip it in place. And we'll do this all the way down. And then we'll take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down. And again, if you want to press it at this point, you can. I wait until I've actually sewn it before I press it. So when you take it to the machine now, you'll be stitching about 1/8 of an inch from the inside edge here where it's folded, and that will encase that seam that you've got hidden away underneath. All right, so we'll take this to the sewing machine and we'll just stitch that down 1/8 of an inch from the edge of that folded line there. So with the double folded edge on my left hand side, all I want to do is bring the presser foot down, and I'm just using the inside edge of my presser foot, which is about 1/8 of an inch, as my sewing guide. Now, the first thing that we're doing is the left and right sides. We're not doing the top yet, so it's really important to make sure you do the left and right sides first. Back stitch at the end, and we'll do the same thing for the opposite side. Now the other thing you'll need to do is you'll have to take this to the ironing board and give it a good press as well, so that you can set that nice and flat. So left and right hand side, you'll just do your hem as so. So I finished my left and right side edges. I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the top of my curtains as well now. So it just so happens that the top of my curtains is also 5 centimetres extra, so that means I've got a 2.5 centimetre fold followed by another 2.5 centimetre fold, and then we'll just go and stitch that straight down. So now that I've finished all the top hems of my curtains. It's time to take everything to the ironing board. Make sure my side seams are pressed down nice and flat and my top seam is pressed nice and flat, and we can take it over to the table and measure the whole lot for length. What I've done here with the top of the curtain is just clipped it onto my rotary cutting mat. I like to find a nice flat surface that I can actually clip this down and keep it in place, and that way when I'm doing my measurements nothing's going anywhere and everything's going to sit nice and straight. If you don't have anything to clip this onto, it doesn't matter. You can use like a wooden ruler or just a timber board with some bigger clamps, builder's clamps. Luckily, I've got these nice thin clips that fit onto my rotary cutting mat. So pin this down nice and straight all the way along the top edge of your mat, and then we'll get started with our measuring. Now, you'll notice that my fabric is right side up, and the reason for that is because I'm actually going to mark the finished length of my hem down the other end with some chalk. I like to use this chalk. It's got a little chalk wheel on there and it makes a nice marking, which is easy to rub off. So that's what I'm going to use to take my measurements, and we'll go down the other end and start measuring. Now I'm ready to do the final hem. The curtain's been clipped to the top of my cutting mat. It's nice and taut all the way down, and I'm going to do the final measurement. So I like to use a builder's tape measure for this, and the reason for that is that the tape will actually stay out when I'm measuring, and it also has a small lip at the very top. So what I like to do is put the tape measure to the very top of the fabric, and I'll start from this end here and measure all the way down to the length of the curtain that I actually need. So I'll go down the other end. The measurement I need at the bottom of the hem here is 1.53 meters. So all I'm going to do is make a little chalk mark along there. So find a pen or pencil or a marker of some sort that's not going to do any damage to your fabric, and move your tape measure, and with the lip at the top, just move your tape measure, keep it in place and mark the final hem measurement. So the fabric is right side up, and we'll just go along and mark 1.53 all the way. And you can see that the tape's staying in place. That's why I like to use the builder's tape measure. Keeps everything nice and flat. So measure that all the way across the curtain. When you've run out of table, or you just need to move the fabric along, grab your long ruler. It doesn't matter what sort of long ruler you use, and line it up with the markings that you've made on your curtain, on your hem. So you can see that line, that's a finished hem line, and what we'll do after we've finished marking this is we'll take it to the ironing board and actually fold it under, but I'll show you that in the next step. What we need to do now is press the finished hem length. So I've turned the fabric to have the right side facing down, and if you can see here, I've got my drawn line for my finished hem. What I want to do is take the iron and just fold the fabric up to the pencil line or the drawn line, and I want to press that in place. Make sure you line up the sides here, give that a good press, find your mark, and you can pretty much just roll along. So just find your pencil mark and sew all the way down to the end, iron all the way down to the end. So what we're doing here is actually pressing down the finished hem length. Do this all the way across. When you've done that, open your fabric out and bring this up to that folded line. And this is much easier to get an accurate measurement for your hem. So if you bring that up and around and press your hem in place. And we do that all the way down. So to begin with, just fold it over, find your pencil line, press in place. Continue that all the way to the other end. Then we just bring this over up to our fold line and press it in place. Once we've done that, the last thing we need to do, tuck your corners and give it a final press in place. And then just clip or pin it in place so that you can take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down. Okay, so that's all we need to do. What we'll do next is take it to the sewing machine and just stitch along the top edge here. Normally I would actually stitch up here and all the way across. Because these are caravan curtains and they're having the flexible cord at the top, I'm not sure what the customer wants to do by way of securing the bottom. They may want the curtain just flopping nicely. They may also want to put in a piece of that flexible cord later on. So I'm going to leave this side open for them. But otherwise, normally I would close that so that dirt and bugs and things don't get in there, and stitch all the way down. So I better go and iron up all these hems. Rightio, I finished the hems on all the curtains. So here we've got the little bit longer hem just at the bottom there, with the 1 inch sides, the tops, all the way through. And it's a really nice print. The customer's done a great job choosing their colours. Hopefully the customer will allow me to hang these curtains for them, and then I'll do a little video of the little camper van that they've got, and you'll be able to see how they've turned out. If not, this is the end of the video, and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.